What is up, guys? Welcome to the High Side Racing Week pre-race show once again with your two hosts. I'm Haywood, as always, joined by Harry. Harry, how's it going, man?
I'm doing good, man. We had an eventful week of high side racing last weekend. We're looking forward to the race tonight at Kentucky.
We got a lot to unpack from last weekend. Um, interesting race at Martinsville last weekend. What are your takeaways? Let's just jump right into it because honestly, a lot to dissect.
Um, I mean, I think shit show might be an understatement. There was 19 cautions. People couldn't stop wrecking. Some might even call it an embarrassment to motorsports.
I think I would
And,
honestly.
and honestly, that might be an understatement as well.
It was just a disgusting display of driving. Honestly, I've seen white girls drive better in the Starbucks drive-through. Um, I honestly, I think you take every
But
Starbucks in the world
yeah,
and then as amount of curb hits that have ever been done there, and it was probably less.
here's the difference. Okay, Martinsville's the truck. We're gonna make some contact. You're gonna rub doors. That's part of short track racing.
Yeah, I mean,
Now,
I'll
now,
rub
now,
your door any day.
Now, now I'm going to compare that to the Starbucks girls comment. Starbucks girls comment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Starbucks girls, son of a bitch. Um, listen. Now you know how Starbucks girls are. They can be kind of crazy. Listen, they make contact. They rub doors trying to get their. They're trying to get their macchiato before you do.
I know, right?
I mean, they're doing bump and runs, but at least they don't wreck.
No, I mean, look,
They're giving love taps. Hey, by the way, I want my drink more than you. Please move out of the way.
it's one thing to
Boom,
say
gone.
I want my caramel ribbon crunch before you take your 2022 Ultima and maybe tap that 94 Corolla in front of you and move them out of the way. Obviously, that's a racing move. You know, that's what that we're all trying to. We have one common goal here. It's get our coffee, right? We all know what we're doing. Martinsville just wasn't that. I mean, you want
Yeah,
to talk? It just clearing people out. It was just unreal, man.
yeah. I mean, and listen, people are being aggressive. That's going to happen at short tracks, which I'm not. Um, I understand that's part of the game, but like, I mean, Jack Clemens with one of these dumbest moves I've ever seen in my entire life.
Oh
Colin
my
Hogan.
God! You just want to
Hogan,
jump into it? You just want to
yeah.
start picking people out? I'm
I
so
mean,
down.
I mean, we honestly, I know we usually have our scripted segments. I think we can just go one on one and start calling people out by name.
All right, go for it. You go first.
So I'm gonna start listing off. Let's see, Jack Clemens, Aaron Adam, Caleb Marcel, Christian. Actually, no, Christian was fine. Christian, good race.
Yeah,
Honestly, before we go, let's go positive first. What a race by Ryan Bowles.
yeah. Wow. Honestly, you're so right. Let's knock this out because it was a great race by him. I mean, look, he made a great move for the lead, and once he got there, it was damn impossible to take it away from him. I don't. Did he ever lose it once he had it? I
I
think
don't think so.
maybe once to Adam. I'm not sure. Or I know he definitely took it from Adam at one point, um, in a very clean manner. I mean, it
Yeah,
was great. Ryan Bowles had the winning truck, and
he had the race winning truck exactly.
if there's one thing I can take away from that race, it's the fact that the best truck won the race.
I would agree. I
I,
would agree
I don't
with
think
you.
there's any arguing there.
And you know what? At the end of the day, when it comes to people bitching about Mickey Mouse wins and all this stuff, when the best truck wins, you tip your cap and say, "Congratulations, you did it."
You did it. I can't say anything negative. Congratulations to Ryan. What a great race. Credit where it's due. Credit where it's due. Negatives though. I mean, far too many to count. Wait, just an unreal number. I mean, let's talk about the 99 complaining
Well,
that he's.
I actually got a stat from our analytics room that I was going to share on the broadcast.
Oh, good. How is the analytics room? I haven't talked to him in a while. I know they've been
They're doing good.
slammed.
They're doing good. And listen, personally had a falling out with them, but I was so curious for this stat that we actually made amends for me to get this stat. So
Who'd you have a falling out? Was it Mike?
it was Mike.
It was Mike. See, I had a falling out with Ryan recently, and it was ugly. But Jacob and we've been doing all right. But good, great guys.
So
Shout out.
I was talking to Mike, and he said that last week's race in Martinsville, there were 52% of the laps ran under yellow, which is the highest percentage of laps ran under yellow in the history of high side racing, dating back the console.
Wow, that is ugly. That is
Not
very
pretty.
ugly.
Not pretty.
52%. And how many cautions did you say there were again?
19.
How many of them were just plain out wrecks? I mean, did you get that number from them?
Sal, that was not able to. That is a subjective call, and they don't like to go in a subjective call.
I get that. They're black and white. It's either this or it isn't. I get it. Analytics people. But I mean, I'm shocked by the amount of self spins for a short track. I mean, it's not hard to just stay off the throttle a little longer. Interesting that was that was a huge culprit in that. But the clearing out guys, we need to talk about it. I know the 99 tried to commit murder. I witnessed it. I witnessed it. I was standing in the press room and I was watching Adam as he was kind of dicing his way back through the field after his pit road penalty. And dude, the 99 just tried to kill him after he braked halfway down the backstretch and almost ruined a couple other people's race and tried blaming them. I mean, what's happening here, man?
Listen,
I didn't get a chance to talk to him. He was pretty heated after the race, actually.
I kind of compare the end of that race to like when you were younger and you'd go to a sleepover and you try to pull an all nighter and you almost get like delusional at the end. You're like you almost feel like you're drunk but you haven't even touched alcohol because you're just been asleep. You've been awake for so long. You're like losing. You're
Yeah,
getting delusional.
yeah, that and you haven't touched
That race
alcohol till like
drug
11. Yeah,
that yeah, that too.
yeah.
That race dragged on for so long that I think people were starting to get want to press the issue and I think everybody. I think by about lap 75, everybody's like, I want this to be done.
They were almost out of the TV window, dude. I mean, the TV.
See, we did this thing. 60 minutes was about to come on.
Like we were this close to having this race have to go on like FS4, which I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure you need to have. I don't even know what subscription you need to have at that, but I definitely don't.
That's not standard. That's not standard satellite cable. That's not standard satellite or standard cable TV. I'll tell you that right
No,
there.
I don't know. You probably got to go to some weird website for it. I don't know. But I mean, it was just a horrific display of driving. I mean, we could go on and on about calling people out. It was just
Listen,
unreal.
if we just
But
went,
we're the media. That's our job. I feel
I
like
know,
we're
I know,
obligated to do it.
but if we went and used this whole show to discuss the negatives of the Martinsville race last Sunday, we would not have time to actually watch the race tonight.
No, we wouldn't. We would go well beyond the race tonight.
I mean,
We bleed into 60 minutes.
I mean, it's 7:43 p.m. Eastern right now. I'd say if we went and talked about everything that happened in that race last week, we'd be talking to maybe 1 or 2 in the morning, minimum.
Right. You're right. No doubt. No doubt. And let's jump back to some positives here. As we talked about Ryan, he had a great finish. He won. He had a great truck. He had a fantastic outing. Clemens, another one, fantastic outing. He started from, I believe he had an EOL. Did he fail tech twice? He qualified. I think he put it on the pole, but he failed tech twice.
He ran a qualifying lap just to see the pace of the truck, but I believe he got an EOL. I think he failed tech twice.
Right. So he started in the back, and where'd he end up? Second, third. I mean, what a day by him. And
At
he
one
drove to the
point,
front multiple times.
and he took himself out of the race again though. Dumb decisions by Clemens. I mean, that points lead is getting smaller and smaller.
It's getting smaller and smaller, but let me tell you this: he's clearly proven there's pace in the truck. He's won a couple of races, right? And it almost felt like he put himself at the back of the pack just to see if he could drive to the front. And he
go
did
that far.
multiple times.
Yeah, I mean, I know what you're saying, but I mean, you look at the results. I'm going to pull up the results real quick from last week's event at Martinsville.
Dude, I don't think I'm on the Stats Guys email chain anymore. I'm gonna have to reach out to
Yeah,
them.
so we have a guy that I was hyping up a lot last week on the betting segment. Al Likens brings it on P2. Finally gets the run he deserves. I think he's going to be a threat tonight at Kentucky, but let's give him his applause at Martinsville. He had a great race.
You don't think he'll be a threat tonight?
Oh, I do. I do.
Okay. I was about to say, come on, man. He's one of my favorites.
But also look at this right here. I mean, we talk about the dominance of Ryan Bowles. 150 lap event. He led 115 laps.
Wow.
That's an ass whooping.
Who led the next most? Who led laps last week? I'm not.
So we have Ryan Bowles with 115, Aaron Adam with 29, Colin Hobart with 8, and Jack A. Clemens with 2.
Can we touch on the Hobart conversation real quick? I don't know what's going on in that team, man. That camp needs some accountability. It really does. I mean, out here calling people out. There was the honestly great segue into this. Clemens and Hobart kind of got into it last week, and
it was heated. It
was heated, and to no fault of anybody there, but of those two. Clemens, if you recall, tries taking it 3 wide. I want to say it was the white flag lap, the last lap.
It was more like 15 or 20 to go, but
was it? I don't recall.
The laps were counting down.
Late down. It was late in the race. Like I said, delusional after watching that race. Black is white, up is down, red is blue. I don't recall. But late in the race, laps are winding down. People are getting desperate. And when I say that, this move by Clemens wasn't desperate at all. I think you and I can agree on that. Clemens sends it 3 wide, going into turn 1, clearly able to make the turn. I mean,
Listen. I will say this: it was definitely an aggressive mood. There was definitely I'm not sure he assessed the risk because Hobart is as an Alliance teammate to Shocker Racing. It's not what you want to do.
No, it's not.
You don't want
But
to ever clean
but it
out
was a
even.
calculated risk. I mean, theoretically he didn't do anything wrong taking that move. He had the pace in the truck to clear him, but the guy in the middle, I can't remember who it was. It was a back marker team. It was someone I don't even remember who it was. They were multiple laps down, caught in multiple incidents that night. But I mean, he just cuts Clemens' entry off, and he's there. He's got a bumper to him at the start finish line. It's not like he's not clear. It's not like he's clear. I mean, he just absolutely cuts his entry, which essentially ruins all their days by pushing him up into Hobart. And now
Yeah,
Hobart is heated, and like you said, Alliance.
yeah. It was not a joyous moment for either party, but they they discussed it apparently. Apparently they're okay now, and they're gonna try to get up front at Kentucky.
I mean, I think that team is going to have a great showing. I think the Shocker Racing team might have a decent showing tonight. Clemens for sure. Adam needs to get his head out of his ass.
I was that too. He's been listen of when you have a team that has I should pull up the exact point total. I
Dude,
mean,
you and the analytics room really must have
yeah,
been hitting it
no,
off this week.
they said last week we were a little uncalculated, but like so far this season, you have I mean after listen, the suspension to Tyler Bellinger kind of shook up the whole points race.
I know, and
And,
we still have heard nothing on that, by the way. Still
yeah,
nothing.
no press release, not even a press release.
No
Like
camp has said anything. I'm honestly anticipating this going to the courts. This will be handled.
yeah, I mean, we said last week potentially Supreme Court. It might now.
It might. It truly might.
Well, listen, I'm not saying it's guaranteed, but I think we're definitely closer to that point than we were 7 days ago.
Yeah. And back to the Shocker Racing team. You were actually able to go to their media day.
I
Um,
yeah, I was.
oh, what did they have to say?
Um, it's they obviously a lot of coach talk, but they made it sound like there's a chance Aaron Adam might be on the hot seat.
Really?
And
He had a decent finish at Martinsville though. No,
I mean, like I think here's the issue they're having. They've established themselves throughout history as a top tier team.
they're a winning team, and Adam
And I
hasn't
think
won.
and I think and I think that in the field of 20, 11th place finish, they don't see that as solid. But they said they hired a new car chief, and they're hoping that this week will be a lot different. They think they might have. I mean, the Adams crew chief fired, car chief fired, whole new pit crew. They're expecting first 5 weeks. Forget about him. Forget about it.
Forget about it. Put it behind him. And you know what? I have high hopes for him. I don't know. Again, he's refusing to practice is the problem. He's
Oh,
not
absolutely.
practicing, and I
He's
don't
not putting in the
understand.
work.
He's not putting in the work. He's not going to get better like that. I mean, if he wants to be as good as his Shocker teammate Clemens in that 2020 machine, he's got to put in the work. He's just not.
Yeah, I mean, and I think the issue that I talked to the president of Shocker Racing, and he said he might say if Adam wants to continue with the team, he has to shut down his Legend Car program.
And he loves the Legend Car program. He does,
He
and
loves
that's
it.
where honestly, that's where his heart is the Legend program. And that he succeeds quite a bit there. I mean, he's weekly champion, weekly series champion. I mean, he loves it there. That's kind of like telling Kyle Larson, "Hey, you can't run dirt anymore."
Yeah, no, exactly.
And honestly, Larson, Adam, it's pot. I mean, just saying.
You know what? That's a time to segue topic. So,
Yeah.
Aaron, let's. Haywood, let's go to the next slide.
Let's go to our betting. Let's go to our betting odds for this week at Kentucky Speedway.
I have an issue seeing them right now. I might have asked the analytics department to send me those.
Ask the analytics department. I'll go ahead and get my picks while we figure out how to get yours over there working. Let me just take a picture of that. I'll take a picture and send it to you because I think it's going to be faster than the analytics department. Unfortunately, they've been we have not been on the best of terms, unfortunately. But anyways, let's get into picks. And I accidentally sent you my picks because I'm stupid. So I'll just send you yours.
No, Aaron. Hey, Haywood, I got him now. I got him now.
Oh, you got him?
Don't worry about it. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So I'll go over my picks. Okay. The one, the only Harry Balzac has 3 picks for tonight. And honestly, I like my picks. I think these are all locks. I think these are guaranteed. You could put everything you own on these, and you could retire tomorrow. You could tell your boss to give him the old double bird, and you'd be 9 to 5, no more. These picks are all locks. Number 1, Christian Ritchie to beat Colin Hobart at plus 130. The books are still disrespecting Christian Ritchie. He's been one of the easily top 5 driver this season. Easily.
Get in on that. I love that bet.
At plus money, I'm all over that. Number 2, Michael E. Gregory to win. Now, to be completely honest, the books avoid that. I'm not even sure if he's racing, but if he races, I like him to win. Plus 750. I think that's a good pick.
Yeah,
He's easily, if you're going off raw pace, probably the fastest guy in the whole series.
probably. I mean, he's up there, no doubt. He's in my
And
top five.
then my next final pick, Hunter Ezel, top 5 at plus 800. Now, hear me out. You're going, Harry, what the hell? Now, I personally talked to Hunter Ezel.
When did you
Okay,
get a chance to talk to him?
it was Thursday.
Okay.
Okay, it was Thursday, and he said that this is easily his best racetrack, the most one he feels the most confident at, because he feels like most people don't put him a time at Kentucky. It's kind of an outlier.
Mhm,
He's
mhm.
capitalized on that. He thinks he's gonna win tonight.
Okay.
I would sprinkle a win, but at a top 5 at plus 800, I'm all over that. I mean, top 5, I would honestly say, don't even look what I wrote on the damn page. Win top 3, top 5, top 10 every matchup. I think he's going to be up there all night.
Interesting. Um, I like those. The Mike Lee Gregory. I think honestly, I'm taking that. I might fade the Hunter bet. I don't love that, but if you talk to him and you feel the confidence and he feels the confidence in his machine, then I don't see why not.
He's got a fast race. He's got a fast truck.
Like, all right, well, hey, you heard it here first. You heard it from Hunter Azel's mouth, so it must be true. I'll go ahead and go into mine. I actually had a chance to talk to Clemens. We actually shared dinner on Wednesday. We went to
Did he order the lobster?
He did. He ordered the
Ah,
lobster. He ordered the
idiot.
lobster and stuck me with the bill. He said, "Hey, I got to go to the bathroom." Got up and I guess he climbed out the window. I sat there for 20 minutes and I asked the waiter, "Hey, can you go
I saw him
check on
running
him?"
down the streets. So he must have been trying to dip. He did not want to pay that.
He did not want to pay that. Ordered the lobster. He got an appetizer or
All
a
the sides, all the
nice bottle of
sides.
wine. $43,000 in sides. I mean, it was unreal. And yeah, stuck me with the bill. So that was unfortunate. But at that shared dinner, he said, "Man, I'm here to win the championship." Straight up, he said everyone else in this field is bums. I don't think there was rumor that they were going to go to the ARC car this season, and that still might be the case. But he said if they do, he's done. He said the league is full of bums, and he's over it. He doesn't want that. He said if you can't handle the challenge, don't do it. If you can't handle the heat, get out of the kitchen. And I took that as a wow. He's here to kick some ass, take some names, and he already knows everyone's name. So give me a Clemens top 3 at even money. Yeah,
It's
bet
kind of a
five.
low number.
Yeah, but like, is it the books were off this week. No one really knows what's gonna happen. I mean,
Yeah, this is a wild card.
it is a wild card. No one really knows. I mean, the books are off this week. Give me Caleb Marcel at over 25.5 incident points at minus
Wow,
115.
that's a high number. That's a high
Hey,
number.
can you
to hit.
text Mike in the analytics room? And how many incident points did he have last week at Martinsville? I think he
Yeah,
was the leader.
no, yeah, I said this one too. Yeah, he actually broke. Now this is, uh,
I want to say it was
yeah. So this is another incident, another little tidbit. He did not only break the high side record for the season, not only the high side record forever, he broke the high side or the motorsports record for incident points in a single race. So Caleb Marcel completed 143 laps
of the 150.
150 and got 52 incident points.
Wow. Can you divide that for me? Tell me what the average is. How many was he averaging a lap?
That's what's that? 10, 13 wrecks.
Wow. So basically, we're asking Marcel to just do what he's done basically all season.
If he does half of what he did last week, you're making money.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. All you need is Caleb Marcel to just do half of what he did at Martinsville and you'll be all right. And then go ahead and give you Alex Road with a top 10 at plus 165. Again, guys, the books were weird this week. No one really knows what's going to happen. Everything was low payouts. It just off. It was just odd. And then go ahead and we'll hit you with our parlay of the week.
Do you just want to go one by one? I'll start. We just rotate back and forth saying the picks.
Yeah, sure.
All right, first pick. I'm gonna go over 3.5 alt F4s.
Free.
I think a lot of people are gonna say I'm done. I'm none more of this, and they're just gonna leave the damn race. So I'm going with over 3.5 alt F4s. I think it's a good line. I think the book's got that one right, but I'm taking the over.
Right. Over 8.5 cautions. Now we've averaged, I believe, 8
I think it was
cautions.
I think we looked at that at tracks, non-super speedway tracks. We've averaged. I think it was like 9.8 per race.
Wow. Okay, so we need to do just under average on cautions at 8.5, and or actually we need to take the over on that. So
We'll still be below the average though.
below the average, but we're hammer over 8.5 cautions. Harry, what's next?
The next pick is over 10.5. Colin Hobart. What the heck? Insert anyone else's name. Okay.
Literally anyone else's name. There's a lot of
So
people in the field.
now this is one that isn't usually easily tracked, but shout out to the analytics department. They were at it again. They got the number. The number last week. Now Martinsville. Now you can't compare it to Martinsville necessarily. It's not apples to apples. That was a high tension race.
Right.
They had it recorded last week that he had 27. What the heck, mans?
Anyone
So
else?
I mean, so having that at 10.5, I mean that sounds like a lock to me.
It sounds like a lock. Uh, over 15.5. He's awful. Comments by the end of stage 1.
Now does that include the entire field saying that?
Um, yeah, I'd imagine that's over. The whole field. I mean, you could
It's iffy,
probably
but
pick. You could probably pick one person and the over would still hit, but I mean, keeping that in mind, obviously, if it's the whole field, that's you're hammering that.
yeah, I like to. Okay, so
And
next one, final one, easy, everyone. Buffalo Sabres to miss the playoffs. It's like minus like fucking 25 billion, but I'm still putting it in there. It juices up the odds, and it's gonna happen.
it's gonna happen. Everyone knows it's gonna happen. Huge shout out to BetDGen. Use code Krusty Sock, and you get free $10,000 for free bonus bets with a
Wow,
$1 deposit.
they must be
Yeah,
struggling
no,
for business.
dude, a lot of people have been using it, and it's been huge. And they've been betting on other sports. I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen, but the breaking news I'm actually getting in now. I believe it's on the ticker there. Babe Ruth is getting dealt to the Yankees for cash
Wow,
considerations.
wow,
So
from
you may as,
Boston.
yeah, from Boston. I don't know what they're
Wow.
doing. They're getting rid of him. Money. I don't know if it's a locker room
I mean,
cancer.
I'm
Not
gonna lie to
sure.
you. I know, things are we're not in hindsight yet, but I will say this: there's no way that works out for New York.
No,
I mean,
absolutely not. I mean,
I'll leave it at that.
how can you afford all of that? I mean, truth. I mean, what are they thinking? How are
Listen,
they going to take
listen,
on that
listen,
payroll?
listen. Babe Ruth is a bench platoon bat at best.
And you got to think, dude, as he gets older. I mean, I just don't foresee him having a lasting career. I mean,
Not either.
they're saying he might be a record setter. I don't know who's saying that, but I think they're wrong.
Like I'm saying, you have people like Ty Cobb, Onus Wagner, who have a legacy. This guy Ruth, not gonna
Wagner should be getting the money. Let's be
yeah.
honest here.
You know what? Let's go to the next page.
Yeah, let's we'll go ahead and oh but actually, before we jump into that breaking news, I actually got before you, and I haven't tweeted anything, so I wanted to break it live on this show. We'll go to the
Wow.
track info for Kentucky Speedway. Kentucky Speedway, Sparta, Kentucky. It's going to be a 1.5 mile track, 4 turns, oval, opened in the year 2000. We're going to be seeing a 17 degrees of banking in turns 1 and 2, so a little steeper. Uh, 3 and 4, it's going to be 14 degrees of banking, so it's going to be a little longer of a turn. And on that front stretch, you're going to see about 8 to 10 degrees of banking. Now, with that in mind, Harry, let's go ahead and talk about this.
Okay.
What's your strategy going into this if you're a driver? Obviously that front stretch is going to be a little more bank, so you can hold it wide open a little bit more.
I would say, if I'm gonna be real with you, in this league to this point, I'd say the tire saving isn't a thing. You just go as hard as you can because the caution's coming out.
Caution is absolutely coming out. I think you're right here. I think you're going to want to ride that yellow line all the way around 1 and 2, wide open, hold it there. And if you're on top, pinch the guy down, cut off his exit, and you can drive it somewhat deeper into 3 and 4 than some might think.
Yeah, 3 and 4 can be deceiving. You don't want to overdrive it because you have, that's how you shred your right front. But I think it's going to be I think this is a track where I think it's going to be 1 and 2 is where you show how well you saved in 3 and 4.
Right. And it's going to be interesting what strategy people are going to play off of. Are they going to save in 1 and 2 and dig in 3 and 4?
Oh, there'll be no saving going on.
You don't think so?
No.
I have hope. I have hope that the league kind of cleaned stuff up after Martinsville. I heard there was a big come to Jesus talk with all the drivers in the pre-race meeting.
Oh hell, I clearly missed that speech.
You missed it. You said, and I quote, Taco Bell hitting different right now.
Oh, no. I was getting lobster with Mike and all the sides.
Oh, is that what that's code for?
Yeah, that's how I got all the analytics stuff. That's what we made our amends at lobster dinner.
Interesting. Okay, well, yeah, I ended up stopping by for that the post race meeting and the pre race for Kentucky, and they're trying to clean things up. That's their goal here. And I believe it was last week we had talked about a halftime performance. Am I right?
For later in the year, yes, I believe.
Was that the Bristol Night Race?
I forgot which race it was, but I know there was a race with a halftime show coming up. Do you have the announced artist?
I do have the announced artist.
Who is it?
Do you want me to put it up on the screen? Should I break this news to everybody?
Sure.
All right, here we are. Breaking news at the now canceled Bristol Night Race. So this is gonna have to get moved. I'm
So
not
wait,
sure.
hold on. Is this just a concert now? Is no race, just concert now?
No, I don't know what they're gonna do yet. I'm not sure what the properties are gonna decide to do here. But we do have an artist announced, and it is gonna be Creed. You were right. So HSRL brings you Creed at an unknown track halfway through the race at some point or another. Not determined yet, but super excited to see them. Haven't seen them at all, not even once or twice on the same tour. So that's going to be great to witness. I think this is huge for the sport, Harry.
Oh, I think it's gonna bring a lot of new fans in, and they might leave quick, but at least watch one race.
Yeah, they might leave quickly, stay for a song or two, and then probably dip. But that's awesome. I'm really excited to see HSRL is branching out to their fans and trying to get new people interested.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Bet DGen's gonna allow you to bet on like opening song, encore, all that kind of stuff. So
Oh yeah,
you
I
gotta look
already.
out.
I think I know what's bet on opening song. What's it gonna be?
So not too sure on the opening song, but I think I'm locking in one last breath for the encore.
One last breath for the encore. I think they're gonna open with Bullets. Personally, I think that's what they're gonna open with. I'm not 100% and for sure playing My Sacrifice. No way they
And
don't play
and, and that and that Bullets pick is very ballsy considering you've never seen them before.
I've never seen them before, and had I potentially seen them twice on the same tour, I have heard that they open with Bullets. So I'm not
I,
sure if they're gonna keep that trend alive or not. But
it's gonna be minus money though.
it will be minus money, so I am gonna have to refinance the house to make something on it.
But hey,
But hey,
money's money.
you got anything else?
That's all I have for tonight. I'm as we've said the last couple weeks, let the shit show commence.
That's right. Thank you guys for joining us. As always, I'm Haywood, and
I'm
with me
Harry.
is Harry, and it's been a great time. And we will see you guys.